So to start off, I'm going to be priming my face with my Smashbox Photo Finish More Than Primer Blemish Control. Okay, I really didn't need to say the whole thing, but this is just my primer, and it's to help with pimples and acne. As you guys can see, I kind of broke out, a little bit already, just because Mother Nature hit me, and I always break out during that time, so this primer really helps to prevent like a major breakout. I'm going to be going in with my Revlon Color Stay Foundation, and this is in the shade, let's see, what is it? Warm Golden. So I start off by shaking it, and then once I shake it, I put it on the back of my hand, and you don't need a lot. Just like a little circle like that is fine. I think that's still like a little too much, but it's okay. And then after that, I just kind of dab it onto my face. So once you feel like you have enough dots, just start blending it. I will now be contouring using the ANASTASIA Beverly Hills Contour Cream Kit, and this is in the shade Medium. So the first color, wait, actually, let me show you guys my brushes. So I'm using the Real Techniques pointed foundation brush for the darkest color, and then for my my color corrector, the red color, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush, and then for the lightest color, which is Banana that I usually go into, I'm just using like a plain white synthetic concealer brush by SONIA KASHUK. So this is going to help to cancel out the darkness, and I usually apply this only under my under eye bags, because this is like where I get all of the dark circles and stuff. I just usually go right over this with the banana color. Now I'm just highlighting my forehead area, the bridge of my nose, and then I'm going to bring it down to my chin and my cupid's bow. Since I'm kind of light-skinned, I go into this medium dark brown and I just start contouring. And so I am using my Real Techniques brush now, and what I usually do is just hold my hair up and kind of make little strokes on the side of my forehead area. And I do the same to the other side, leaving the middle part right here open, because once we blend it, then it's definitely going to cover the entire forehead. I'm also going to be bringing it down to the hollows of my cheeks and the bridge of my nose, or actually the side of it. So if you guys can see, I contoured the sides of my nose and also the hollows of my cheeks. So what I'm doing now is going back into the color Banana and just going right below that contour, just to kind of create like a straight contour here. And it also brings your cheeks more definition. So to blend out my highlight, I like to use this brush here that I purchased on Amazon. It doesn't have a name on it, but I will leave the link down below. The brushes are so soft and they are absolutely amazing. And then to get into the corners of my eyes, I kind of just use my beauty blender and just kind of swipe it over, and also underneath my lower lash line. I'm now using my beauty blender to blend the chin highlight and my cupid's bow. So what I like to do for the sides of my cheek is just like swiping the entire color here because, or straight up, because I feel like if I like just blend it in circular motion or dab it, then it's kind of going to get all over the place. So I like to just kind of do it in a more controlled way. So I dab and kind of swipe up and dab and kind of swipe up, and as you guys can see, it's already starting to create a really like a defined cheek. So just keep on doing it until it's fully blended. So for the bridge of my nose, I just use my beauty blender as well. Actually, I use my beauty blender for majority of the contour and highlight, but I like to do it in like specific ways. And so for the nose bridge, I like to just take the corner of my beauty blender and just dab it. And I ignore the highlight because I use a different brush to kind of blend out the highlight. Use the same brush that I used for my under eye concealer, and I just like to use the same brush to blend it out. To highlight my face just a tad bit more, I like to go in with my MAC Prep and Prime in the color Light Boost. And I think that's the color, or maybe they all say that, but it's just very, very light, and I like to put this on my forehead area. So I know I already highlighted my forehead area, but I like to just kind of define it or brighten it up a little more, and I also bring this down to the bridge of my nose, so it's like a double highlight. And last but not least, I usually put like 3 marks on my under eyes. And I am just going back in with the same brush that I used to blend out my under highlight and my under eye highlight, I mean. And I kind of just go over it and use the same method. So to set the cream contour and highlight, I like to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, and this is the powdered version of it. And right now I'm using my e.l.f. contouring brush for the hollows of my cheeks, and I'm just going to quickly show you guys how I do that. So I like to go in with the darkest color here, and this kit is in the shade Light, I believe. I forgot, but I'll leave everything down below. And then after I get that much product onto my brush, I like to tap off the excess. This brush doesn't do a really good job at blending, so I kind of just like to dab it just to get the product there, and then I go in with the fluffier brush to blend it all out. I also like to bring whatever's left of the product onto the temples of my face and the other side too. And whatever's left from that, just slightly contour your nose. You don't want it to look too dark because you're going to look like a cartoon character, but just enough is fine. And voila! So to blend out the contour, I'm going in with my Sigma Large Powder F30 brush, and I'm just going to kind of blend it in circular motion, and I'm also going to be bringing it up to my temples. To achieve a really sculpted face, I like to go in with my Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer, and this is like a really light color, and so this is perfect for baking my face with. And I like to apply this with a beauty sponge. So all I do is just get like a little bit of product and blow off the excess. Once you do that, just start applying this on the underneath, your contour. So what I was doing there was just kind of creating a guide to connect it to. So as I wait for this to sit and bake, I like to set my highlight using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit in the shade Banana. And the brush that I'm using is the small powdered brush. So once I feel like this part here is done baking, I like to just go in with the large powder brush by Sigma, and I just kind of start brushing off the product in circular motion. And as you guys can see, it is super defined. And to finish off my face, I like to go in with my e.l.f. contour and blush palette, and I like to apply the blush onto the apples of my cheeks. And then after blush, I like to highlight my face with my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the color Moonstone. And the brush that I'm using is just a small powdered brush. And you want to just apply this on the top of the blush. To finish off my entire face, I like to set my face with my Urban Decay makeup setting spray.